Nanu. Welcome to Sue, Chef, Spoonie, and Smurf predicting AEW's All Out this weekend. The very first match of the night will be the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, versus, not the Wizard, Lionheart, Chris Jericho. And my prediction going to be the Wizard. It's going to be the Wizard. He's going to pull some magic and tame the dragon. And Smurfy's prediction is...
It is American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
And if Jericho wins it, it's only because there was interference.
Oh, she playing the interference card. Well, I still say it's going to be some magical wizard stuff. And the second match of the night, the female match for the AEW Women's Championship, or the interim to be more precise. Toni Storm versus Britt Baker, DMD, versus Jamie, Don't You Hate on Me, Hater, versus Hikaru Shida. And I'm going to throw the upset winner here just because I think they're pumping up a little feud between her and Thunder Rosa, Jamie Hayter. And Smurfy's prediction is...
I think Toni Storm.
She wants to see the Thunderstorm fight each other. Yeah. And the third match, House of Black versus Darby Allin, Sting, woo, and Miro. And to me, I think it's time for the House of Black to get a little push, because I don't think they want to lose Mr. Black to WWE. I think he has a lot more value than people understand. And what is the Smurfy's prediction?
I believe it's going to be the House of Black that takes it this go round.
Oh yeah, there you go. And now, the That Be Show Championship, Miss Jade Cargill versus the Greek goddess, Athena. I honestly think it's time for Jade to get a little push to the upper management of female wrestling, go against the title and fight the up echelon of AEW. But the only way she could do that is by losing. So this is going to be an upset match, and Athena, the Greek goddess, is going to win. And what do you think, Smurfy Worfy?
This one is a hard one for me. But I think Athena's going to win it as long as there's no outer interference from
the baddies. And speaking of the women's division, AEW gets a automatic boo because they're not putting the alien Chris Statlander on there.
That's right.
Sue Chef Spoonie wants the alien. And on the fifth match, Jack Perry, Don't Call Me Jungle Boy, versus Christian. I'm going to put your ass in the cage. Well, this one's going to be simple, man. Christian Cage already got his role with his little beating them down in front of the family and all that stuff. So this is going to be a jungle boy. He's going to act like a full gorilla on him. What do you think, Smurfy?
I think Jack Perry, Jungle Boy, is going to take it.
Ooh, no upset
I can't
here.
wait to see that one.
Oh, there you go. Get the good. She wants to see old Christian to get his buttocks pulled. And the sixth match, Wardlow and FTR. Tough guys out. I know they say top guys, but whatever. Versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. Well, for me, this one's an easy match because Motor City Machine Guns signed with Impact or TNA. And I know they want to do the Forbidden Door up, but you know they're coming from another company, so that's an easy one. That's gonna be a Wardlow FTR. That's gonna be easy. That's an easy picker. And what do you think, Smurfy Worthy?
I can agree with you on that one.
Okay.
I think Wardlow and FTR.
And we got Swerve in Our Glory. Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Keith Lee. Oh, wrong one. Versus the Acclaim. Sesame ain't daddy-o. So, who's gonna win the AEW Tag Team Championship? Well, I get the Acclaim and everything, but I still think they ain't done with the Ass Boys. They got a nice little feud to go on right through there. So they're going to give them a great match, but end up losing to Swerve in Our Glory. Yeah, that's basically how I read this one. And you, Smurfy Herfy?
I think Swerve and Our Glory is going to keep their belts.
Oh, and the Ultimate Backstab. Match number 8. Ricky Starks versus the Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm going to put some spine on the pine. And to me, this is easy. This is Powerhouse Hobbs. Ricky's had his run everywhere. Powerhouse Hobbs ain't had no run. I think it's just time for him to be put over. So, yeah, it's going to be Ricky Starks. He's going to get a little spine on the pine. And probably this is going to be a feud. Probably the best out of 3 matchup somewhere down the line. With it ending in a street fight somewhere. That's my prediction for this match. And you, Smurfy Turfy?
I think Powerhouse Hobbs will take this one.
Oh. And now for the trios match. Right. The interim AEW World Trios Championship. We got the Elite.
It's inaugural.
Whatever. Inaugural. Try to say these words in funny voices. It just don't work. The first champion, anyway, for us people that forgot English, versus the Dark Order, Johnny Hungy. Well, to me, this is easy. It's Elite. They dropped the tag team championships for a reason. That's for this. Kenny Omega coming back. Kenny Omega it's going to take him a while to get in full single match competition. This is the way to get him his burn and put him over, and it's about time that the Young Bucks actually held the championship for a little while. So to me, this is going to be the Elite, hands down. And Smurf,
it's another hard one for me.
Because you like Johnny Hungy.
Because I am a Johnny Hungy fan.
Johnny
I do
Hungy.
like Johnny Hungy.
Johnny Hungy.
And with Adam Page, Hangman coming in to help get them where they are.
It's some cowboy shit.
I'm not saying they are a bad team. They are good, and the 3 together are amazing. I love to watch them. But I think you're right on that. I think the Elite's going to take the belts.
Well, there you go.
Because of Omega being back.
Well, there you go. We in agreement. Now we got the Casino Ladder match. Claudio Castagnoli versus Wheeler Yuta versus Penta Cero Mero versus Rey, don't call me Rey Mysterio Phoenix versus Rush and Andrade El Idolo and Dante Martin and a special surprise wrestler. Now, there's all types of stuff about the surprise wrestler. This is what we're going to hit on first, the surprise wrestler. You know, I think it's going to be Morrison. That's what they think. I hope it's MJF, but I think it's going to be Morrison. I really do think it's going to be Morrison. But I'm hoping for MJF. And you,
I think it's Morrissey.
Morrissey?
Not Morrison, Morrissey.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah. You think you're going with the same guy I go with?
No.
No.
And I hate to say it because I've despised this man since I've first seen him, which is MJF. But I think
the new Ric Flair.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be MJF.
Yeah. I hope you're right, but I don't think so.
I think he's been out long enough, not wrestling in AEW, that it's time for him to come back and do
I mean, this
something.
is for a chance at the AEW championship down the line, so, you know, you got a point. And he hasn't had his super push other than the Diamond Ring.
Right.
You know.
And my thing is, with all the wrestlers that are in here that are mentioned,
most of the tag teams.
Tough.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, you know, on a whim MJF can just come out and beat any of them. It is, I know MJF's sneakiness. And
he's gonna
wait. Yeah, he's gonna wait.
He's the new Ric Flair.
Let them all get themselves wore out, and then he's gonna sneak in and do what he does and end up winning the whole thing. And that's my prediction on that. I was gonna say El Idolo is my prediction to win the whole thing, but if what I think's gonna happen and it be MJF, it's gonna happen with MJF winning the whole thing.
I still say it's gonna be Roosh. He's gonna win it all. Gonna be Roosh. He's gonna win it all. He dropped the ROH belt to the Octopus, and then the Octopus dropped it to Claudio. Roosh has been basically a pushover since he's been back in AEW. He finally signed an AEW contract. I think this is where he going in. Plus, Roosh against Punk or Mixley, that's a heck of a matchup. All right.
But I agree with you on Roosh. I'm sorry. I know you were getting ready to go to the next one.
Yeah.
Roosh is a very tough competitor, and I do enjoy watching him wrestle. But no, I just don't think it's his time quite yet. I think, like I said, if MJF comes back, I think they may end up giving him that push that he hasn't had since the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, besides the Diamond Ring.
I think MJF's coming back, but I don't think he's coming back for this card. Because this is someone new that's going to up. They say it's going to upgrade the roster. And the one thing the roster's short on is giants. And Morrissey is a giant.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
I read between the lines sometimes. Tony comment.
I totally understand. Okay, no, I totally get what you're saying. But where I had read, it said it could be someone new, or it could be somebody that's already signed. You know, so you never know. Oh,
you never know. You know, that's why they left it like this. So people like us talk about it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right, Smurfy. Off to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one you're dying to watch for the AEW World Championship. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Look, I think this is gonna be a best out of 3, and you already know Mixley beat him once. So that means Punk gonna have to beat him again. But I'm still picking Mixley. You make my gym shocks sweaty. So it's gonna be a John Mixley. But I'm probably wrong on this one. I'm gonna admit that from the jump street.
I'm sorry. And I know where we are, we should be a CM Punk fan because
we live outside of Chicago.
Right.
But humbug.
But I think it's going to be Moxley's going to take it.
I haven't liked CM Punk. CM Punk needs to take his ass back to the East Coast where he has claims the East Coast. Since he was in TNA. Before he was with WWE. I ain't liked him in TNA. I hated him in WWE. I could almost tolerate him in AEW. Almost.
But to finish my thought.
Okay. I'm rude.
Chef Spoon is rude. I think we're both going to end up being upset. We're both predicting Moxley to take it. But with it being CM Punk's hometown,
Yeah, because they haven't done the
There's that.
three-way for the championship yet. The best of three, like the
Right.
old days. It's been
I
you
think-
lose and forget. You gotta go back in the line. You
Right.
know what I mean?
I think it's going to be. We're both going to be upset and it end up being CM Punk in the end because he's in his hometown and
Mixie just gonna make my socks smell.
But I would rather see Moxley keep the belt. That's my own personal opinion.
Well, there you blow. And this been Sue, Chef, Spoonie, and Smurfy's All Out predictions. Nanu, 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 nanu. La 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 la.